Check, check.
Yes. We are in this. Hello.
Yo. So we're doing the Spongebob challenge.
Yeah, Spongebob challenge. Oh, we'll start off with it. Okay.
So
We won't start it yet. So the Spongebob challenge is everyone can play at home with us. We do a countdown, and then you can go on all the social medias you want.
Yes.
Until you find a meme or something in reference to SpongeBob.
So we're gonna play on Instagram right now.
We're gonna do on Instagram. You can swap over to Twitter, and you can
I'm gonna get it within like 10.
You
posts.
think you'll do it in Instagram?
Yeah, I don't need to hunt.
Everyone
like
just do it on Instagram. So we're gonna start.
Refresh.
Refresh. Yeah, we'll refresh.
Refresh.
Three, once, two, one, go.
I'm just Googling SpongeBob.
Okay, I know that'll be a really funny one. Okay, we're going good. I'm seeing Malcolm in the Middle has come up. I'm seeing a lot of Malcolm in the Middle memes.
One.
You did it! Dang, how long was that?
All right, how are we doing, listeners at home?
Wow.
Did anyone beat that?
What page is it? He's on meme. Okay, volume 2. Job listings.
So
that was good. Wow. Okay.
Is that even technically a meme? It's just a post from an episode of SpongeBob.
No, that's not a meme. We're going back on.
All right, we're going.
We're back on.
I won.
Wow, that was good. That was good.
It says when your parents, when she tells you her parents are not home, so you find and drive them to home to ease her worries.
That's really funny.
There's a picture of SpongeBob pointing to his name tag that says "Professional Virgin." What's up, everybody? This is the Sausage
really
Boys
funny
podcast. Yeah. They're everywhere.
Woo! Yeah, they are.
They're everywhere. But
Yeah.
I did. You know how you can like follow a page and then you look at other pages they recommend?
Yes.
And I probably followed maybe like 25 SpongeBob meme
Recently?
pages.
Or
Right before we started doing this bit.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, recently.
Right.
They're just hilarious.
SpongeBob specific. Yeah, I think you kind of are at a bit of an unfair advantage if you actually have SpongeBob specific accounts. Because I know I don't. But I could get to one just as fast.
I think the one that I pulled up wasn't SpongeBob specific, but it's SpongeBob heavy.
Oh, the one that you just read out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a SpongeBob meme.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Completely.
All right.
I think if it has the SpongeBob image to kind of convey the comedy, then I think it falls under it.
Right.
It doesn't have to talk about Bikini Bottom or anything like that.
Yeah, right.
Which is Jackson on the weekends. That's what they call him because he gets in a bikini and he's bottoming it for people.
That's
good. There we go.
That's real good.
Folks.
Yeah. So something crazy happened to me this week.
Okay. You were bottoming in a bikini.
Why would that be crazy? You said that happens to me every
I know.
week.
Yeah, that's true. That doesn't make sense. Okay.
So anyway,
let's hear this
I
crazy
was
story.
bottoming in a bikini.
Okay.
No, I
Might be the episode title.
no, it was a new bit that I wanted to start. It's called "You'll Never Guess What Happened to Me This Week."
Okay, I'm ready for this one.
All right. So you'll never guess what happened to me this week.
What happened?
So I was at a gig with Amy.
Yeah.
And one of the people that work there, Carolyn, I saw her. She was drinking out of a drink bottle, like around the side. She was just having like a little time to herself.
Carolyn, who is she?
She's like a manager there.
Oh, okay. In the place.
And I walked up behind her.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oi, what are you doing?"
Oh.
And get this, she turned around. It wasn't Carolyn.
Are you kidding?
I know, right?
That actually happened.
Yeah, that happened.
Like a TV show, movie.
Yeah, she turned around
worst
and she was like
nightmare
maybe
thing.
16 years old. She had braces on.
She was wearing a bikini. It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. That actual 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, and Carolyn is not attractive at all, so it's probably like insulting to this girl. Oh, I feel
Wow.
bad. That might be the first thing I ever edit is taking that out if she ever listens to this.
Oh my gosh, it's your cat.
Because she's very nice.
Hey.
Hey, Mally.
Hey, Molly Mole.
Yeah, so that's the
whistling
crazy
doesn't work for
thing that...
cats. Yeah, we're not editing that out. We're going to talk about how unattractive this woman is.
That's the crazy thing that happened to me this week. Was I went up to someone. I was like, "Hey, Carolyn."
And then it was
it
like,
wasn't her.
oh, it's not you. I don't have to throw up at how unattractive this other woman is.
I scared the shit out of her too.
Yeah.
Because I go, oi, what are you doing? And she must have been like just freshly working there kind of thing.
Oh, so she was the staff.
She nearly like spit the water out as she turned around. She was like, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought you were Carolyn.
Yeah.
And then
she's like, "I'm not
immediately
unattractive."
I went on a reconnaissance mission after that. I was like, oh, because of the green shirt.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
To her.
Which is the right thing to do, right?
Yeah, I know.
Someone walks up
You
behind
don't
and
need
is
to
like,
do
hey, I
that.
thought you were Greg. And you think
Yeah.
about Greg and he's just the worst looking guy you know.
Craig's bottoms in a bikini every weekend, and you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And he's like, no, I get that a lot.
Sense. Yeah, I do get that
A lot of people get me mixed up.
Yeah, with that Jackson fellow. That's wild. So you tried to backtrack because you were like, I don't want to offend this girl for looking like this older lady.
Yes.
Right.
I was just like, it's just a green shirt.
It's just the green shirt.
And then it's one of those things you can't recover from as well. You know, like there are way worse ones, like the classic going up to a pregnant woman. You're like, oh, when's the baby due? And they're like, I'm not pregnant.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
And
that's probably why you're at this brothel, because you're actually a man and it's not actually a brothel, it's a gay club.
And this is a nightmare because you have Carolyn's face.
I wish I came up with a fake name for this
I
story.
wish you did as well, because I know I'm just going to have to keep on doing it. It's like my job. I get paid to do this.
Neil Diamond wrote that song Sweet Carolyn about her, ironically.
Same with Amine, with the Caroline song. It's like, yeah, obviously, he's literally in the studio bursting out
If
laughing.
you listen closely, he's laughing between every line.
Because he's like, imagine someone finding Carolyn attractive. It would be just ridiculous.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And then for the rest of the day, I kept an eye out for Carolyn because I was like, if I see her and
I'm
I
gonna
can
throw
tell
up.
her, I was like,
Because
no,
I need
she's
to run
so
to the
nice.
bathroom.
I really don't mean any. She's so nice.
Yeah, I'm sure she's amazing.
She'd have to be. She is. She's.
I
really
would be
nice.
Nelson Mandela if I looked like Carolyn. Let's just say that. I would be Jesus Christ, washing people's feet in the streets and be like, "Sorry, sir. Sorry. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Here's how you go. Here's $100. So please." That's how I would be acting.
Yeah, and I was looking out for her like all week, the whole gig.
Because you had a boner and you needed something to get it down.
I was like, if I see her, that will somehow make it better if I can tell her.
Oh,
then,
what happened?
Then they can kind of laugh about it. But now it's just like, I'm sure like that girl's like on her podcast right now.
I think that girl went straight to the bathroom and hung herself. She's like, I didn't know I looked like Carolyn.
She's like, this guy came up, he was wearing a bikini bottoming and he insulted me.
He insulted me to my face thinking I looked like this horrible woman.
Yeah, so that's the crazy thing that happened to me.
That's the crazy thing that happened, folks.
What crazy thing happened to you?
Guess what crazy thing happened to me? I like this. I like this little segment here. So I've been selling things on Marketplace. Right.
Mainly your butt.
No, I've been
I've seen the ads.
selling
You're
photos.
putting a lot of money into ads. I'm starting to think you're not actually making any money.
Is it ads? No, I'm not sure putting any money into ads.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of ads for you selling your butt. It's like you're not even you're not even trying to
There
make a
we go.
profit.
It's almost like you're paying them.
Yeah.
That's what it's almost like.
It's like you're paying everyone to let you know, to let everyone know where you're at. Yeah, but what have you been selling?
So I've been selling things.
Mainly your butt. I'm sorry.
Showing people photos of Carolyn. It helps instead of anesthetic. It
Come
kind
on,
of
man,
knocks
that's too
that.
far.
That's
Don't
too far. Imagine that, like you kind of want the anesthetic before going into surgery. The doctor just shows you a photo of Carolyn. Oh, we lost him. We lost him. He is dead. He's dead. We won't be able to do the operation. We thought it would just knock him out or give him a fright. It's known to kind of stop people's hearts, but that killed him.
They're like torturing someone, trying to get intelligence out of them. They're like, I don't know.
So, sir, I'm not going to give you. I'm not going to give you anything.
You're going to tell us right now.
No, I'm not going to tell you anything, my friend.
Like, you can do anything. You can waterboard me.
You can waterboard me. You can take off my finger. You can kill my family at home. Go get another family.
Just pull out a briefcase. And it just has.
What you opening in there? I don't even care. I'll take whatever it is.
You know, actually,
I've had my fingers all taken off. You can't take any more. You can. I don't have a penis anymore. It saved time toileting. So what's in that suitcase? That's not what I think it is it? That's no. That's not. That's not. What do you want?
We didn't get any information out of him. He died on the spot.
It's a hard method of torture because it's.
You know, the briefcase in Pulp Fiction was actually, it was I don't know. Yeah,
I don't even remember the briefcase scene from Pulp Fiction.
That's what the whole thing's about. They're trying to get that briefcase.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just got gold in it. You don't know what's in there.
I thought it was a bunch of people going around saying that orange juice doesn't have pulp in it. They're saying like pulp, there's a fictional idea. Pulp, there's no such thing as it. It's man-made. Oranges naturally turn into juice. There's no pulp involved.
Whoa.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction. It's a very different movie. What about those things? It's like The Matrix would have been a real different movie with the original script. Like Quentin Tarantino had a very different idea for Pulp Fiction originally in the 90s. It was going to be some like missionaries going around sharing the word of pulp being fiction.
What about Grease and John Travolta shows up to the studio, like, but he's just in his bikini. He's all greased up and he's like, "Yo, Sandy, I'm ready."
I was going to say it's called Grease, and it's just John Travolta with a boy.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm Greek. I'm a young boy that I have sex with.
That's good.
I'm Greek." Anyway, so the marketplace saga. I'm selling things. Yeah. And it's hard because let's say I'm selling like this cabinet, right? And I'm selling it for cheap, like $20 for like most things around $20. And I would get like 10 to 20 people commenting all at once. So it's hard to kind of figure out who I'm going to sell it to. So I go, yeah, it's available. It was available. And then,
then they all show up to your house at the same time.
That's the fear.
Yeah.
It's kind of like navigating because again on Marketplace, most of the time people are going to say, "Hey, is this available?" And I'll say yes, and they'll never get back to me ever.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they'll say, "Oh, that's great." Then they'll ask more questions about it. And then sometimes they'll say, "Oh yeah, great. Can I come on Thursday?" And then they'll never turn up or whatever.
Yeah.
And this one lady kind of went through. Again, I've been selling a bunch of things. And then she's kind of like, "Oh, is this available? Oh, that's great. Would I be able to come around Thursday and pick it up? And I can send you the money now." And then I send her, is it all right if you pay with cash?
Yeah.
And then I'm talking like 10 different people. And then
why wouldn't you just get them to transfer you?
It takes a while to what's it called? Get the messages, the back and forth with the messages. Because I want it done now. Like, I want it done immediately. I'm talking to 10 different people.
But they're like, "Can I come on Thursday?" Because you're holding off the transfer because you want them to come get it ASAP.
Yeah, or I'm wanting them to ask for an address. Again, for anyone out there, as soon as I give you my address, it's yours. Yeah. Because you know where I live.
Yeah.
Most people, it takes a while for them to ask for the actual address. And they're like, "Oh, this sounds good. I can pay you here. I can meet you on this day. Does this day work for you?" As soon as they say, "What's your address?" it's done.
Yeah.
So this lady, I'm talking to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
What happens is I'm talking to her, and then I asked her that question. I was like, "Oh, is it right if you pay with cash?"
Yeah.
And then I'm talking to a bunch of other people. There's another lady, and I end up selling it with her. She asked for my address.
Yes.
And I'm like, "Okay, great. I'll see you at this time."
Yes.
And then what happens? Then I message a few people back. I message her back. I say, "Oh, sorry, someone else swept in and offered more." And then she said, "This is why I don't trust people." Which I thought was a little bit over the top.
Wait, that's actually what she said?
That's actually what she said. She writes back, "This is why I don't trust people."
Did you start a dialogue?
This is the thing. I was ready to just kind of be like, obviously it's a crazy thing to say. A crazy thing to say. So I just ignore it. I'm thinking about all these things in my head. It kind of hits me because I'm a pretty empathetic person. I'm like, oh gosh. What I did say, I realized I said someone swept in and offered more.
You got to lie.
I said that because it's an easy lie.
That was your lie.
That was my lie.
What
In
was
reality, the truth is someone else offered more information. Someone else asked for my address. And that's too hard to kind of explain to someone.
Yeah, you should have just said, oh no, I'm going to keep it. That's better. That's a good one.
That's a very good one. That's actually I might actually start using that one. Actually, no, I'm going to keep it.
Right.
This is how good it is. Oh, so anyway, I've confirmed it with this other lady. It's all good. She says this way I don't trust people. And I'm thinking that's crazy. We're talking about a $20
Do you reckon she deleted a word out of that sentence? Before people.
You can see my face on Marketplace.
Yeah.
Someone who's willing to type that is not far from literally.
No.
I don't know. It's
That's
kind of in
not
the
true.
same area.
Just because she's pissed off doesn't mean she's racist.
And that's I also say this way I don't trust people when I see Carolyn. And
because
I don't know. Because she killed my son because he took a look at her and then had a heart attack. Yeah. Anyway, so she says that I'm at the gym. I'm going back. I'm just stressed out because there's so many people. I've got like not hundreds. I've got like 20 items I'm doing. So I'm probably getting like 100 messages that I'm going back and forth. I'm at the gym. I thought that was a bit of a crazy response. Then around half an hour later, she's like, just out of curiosity, how much did you sell it for? Or how much did that other person pay?
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, she says $50 with a question mark. And then I can even probably, I might get this up.
Yeah,
I'm going to get this one up. So she says that, and I'm like, I was about to reply initially.
Yeah.
And say, I don't even know, something, because I thought it was such a drastic thing to kind of say this is why you don't trust people about.
That's psycho.
I thought it was crazy.
That's a crazy thing for someone to say.
I thought it was a really crazy. I've had so many good experiences on this app. Let's see. Do I have her message? Where did we go?
That is why you don't trust people, though.
I found it so kind of ironic, the fact that her kind of acting so crazy is why I don't trust people, because there are people out on Marketplace who act like this.
Well, she said this is why you don't trust people, and it was because you lied to her.
You don't have to say that. You don't have to text it.
You don't.
I said
you
apologies.
Lied to her, and the least she did was say,
she attacked me. It's an attack. I take that as an attack.
Because you lied to her.
And I was ready to send her a photo of Carolyn. Do you know what I mean? I know that's a bit too far. And then I said apologies. Another person just swept in and offered more. I will let you know tomorrow if they pass. This is why I don't trust people. How much did they offer you?
Yeah.
And then I said they did 20. But I initially had it for 20. I said they did 20, but asked for address after if I asked if you could do cash.
Oh, so you fixed the lie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of was in this kind of lying on top of a lie. And then she said, you just said before they offered more.
Yeah.
And then she said, what, $50? And then I wrote, offered more information with an apostrophe. Is it an apostrophe?
Asterisk.
Yeah, an asterisk. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Which I was like, okay, that was smart. I kind of got that.
Yeah.
Because initially, I'm not actually... They didn't ask for more. They bought it for $20, but they just asked for my address. That's all I'm waiting for. And then she said, oh, I find that hard to believe. Send me a screenshot. Question mark.
Did you do it?
No, I was so close. I was so close. Because I wanna ruin this.
You're a psychopath.
I'm not. This lady is
The
insane.
way you live your life is like crazy.
She said, "Send me a screenshot."
Yeah.
Like I can't respond to that. That's very entitled. Send me. I'm not gonna do anything.
Except lie to her.
I literally went to kind
Can
of.
I see her screen? Her photo?
It doesn't,
doesn't
show
show
her
you?
actual photo.
It's Carol.
Oh yeah, it's just got her kids.
Give us a look.
I want to see what school they go to. Like,
Oh, she's got kids and you lied to her.
she's got kids and she's a maniac. I'm actually
You're a
ready.
maniac.
I'm willing to call docs and have them removed from her. Children shouldn't be around it.
That's what you should message her.
Oh. Yeah, because she is unfit to be a mother.
And then be like, how much do your kids mean to you?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be a good little angle.
Yeah. And
So she's saying all this. I go to the message because I'm going to screen record the conversation I had with the other lady who asked for my address, and then $20 because she's wanting proof that I sold it for $20. She thinks someone swept in and offered more money.
Yeah.
Which I kind of wrote, but it's a lie, but
Yeah.
it wasn't actually the truth. But then I realized if I sent through the screenshot or a screen recording, it would have my address in it.
And then you'd have to blur out your address.
And then I would have to blur out my address.
Which is fair enough.
But what would happen as well is it was a long conversation, so I would have to send 2 different photos, and it could look technically almost like I edited it. The only way for me to prove myself
psychopath.
would be to show her my address. That's the only way. So I left it. I was ready to send the screenshot. I tried doing it, and I was like, no, this isn't going to work physically.
Yeah.
Unless I could blur out my address and have it continue blurred out as I scroll.
Yes.
So I say nothing. And then she sends that question mark.
And that's where it is now.
That's where it is now.
That's fine.
And then what happened, I think, what was it? Maybe a day or 2 later.
Yeah.
I get another message. Someone like asking about another item. And then I'm just like clicking on it and say, oh yeah, that's available. And she says, and the person says, oh great. What is your address? And then I realize it's Christine.
Yeah.
Because I see those kids and I'm like, that's the crazy lady with the kids who I was thinking, how could a mother be acting like this?
She's made a puppet account.
She's gone another
Your
item.
address.
And then I realized she's sent me 3 more messages on different items asking if they're available.
With this puppet account?
No, with her same account.
Oh, it's the same account.
Same account. And then she says, hello, ? And then she's messaged me on 2 other items. I know she's not buying them. She wants to come to my house and me to prove that this is crazy.
I've got 2 answers to this.
Yes.
So the first one is you're not really in the wrong because you don't really owe her anything.
I don't know where anything.
And you were trying to just amend the situation.
Yeah.
The second thing is this is why witches were good for society.
Okay.
Because back in those days, you couldn't just lie. Like if it's like the 1700s.
Yes.
You can't just lie to someone like you're on Facebook Marketplace in the 1700s.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you'd be afraid to kind of lie because you're like, they could put a hex on me technically. So you're afraid to get that hex put on you, right? But you're not afraid of a hex. So you're just going to go straight for it. And that's the thing. Like, that's why they killed all the witches back in the day because they're like, I want to be able to lie on Facebook Marketplace.
Who's lying?
You're lying.
I'm not really lying.
You could have told her the truth.
What I did, I realized that this is where I told a lie, but
You're
then,
like, I'm not lying.
but then reading back on it, I realized I told the truth.
Can I see the conversation?
Yeah, I'll literally show you. Where did it go? What
are you deleting? He's deleting something.
No, I'm actually not deleting. Oh, here it is.
You're sweating.
See this.
All right. Hi, Kareem. Is it still available? Yes, it's available. Sold, please. Where is pickup? She's done.
You think she's in the right?
She's in the right so far. Where is pickup? In Castle Cove. You've given her your address.
Hey, anyway, beep.
Can I pay now and pick up tomorrow or Sunday? I'll be home after 1 p.m. Would you be able to do cash? Of course I am. Please put pending.
Okay, I'll show you where
No,
she
no,
didn't.
no, no, no,
I'll
no.
show you where she didn't reply.
Apologies.
No, where is it? When I said, would you be able to do cash? She took 30 minutes before saying, of course I can. 30 minutes.
Dang.
30 minutes, and within that time period, someone else came in and asked for my address.
I feel for this crazy lady.
How can you feel for her? She took 30 minutes to respond. I'm talking to a million different people.
She doesn't know that.
She should. And okay, yeah.
She thinks you're
seen
exclusive.
the rest of it?
This is you flirting at the beginning, and then where is it? She says, "Sold, please." That's her asking you out. And you responded with, "In Castle Cove." That's, yes, we're going out now.
Okay.
So
She
you two
didn't
are together
ask
in
my
a
address.
relationship.
She didn't ask my actual address.
Close enough. Close
So
enough.
she knows I live in Castle Cove. She's probably just going to be driving around Castle Cove. Okay, so we were in a relationship.
Yes.
And then she thinks I cheated on her for more money, for someone better looking. She looked like
She
Carolyn.
thought you were exclusive, and you were dating around.
Okay. And then out of nowhere, I say, hey,
You owe
I
it
found
to her.
someone else.
You owe it to her to break up with her properly now. You can't just leave her hanging.
She's messaged me on 3 different accounts. I
'Cause
mean, on
she-
3 different items.
Because she loves you.
And yeah,
This woman loves you, and this is how you're treating her.
it is terrifying. And do you
Yeah.
know what else has happened, right? Because I know how to be crazy. I can put myself in her shoes immediately. What I'm thinking she would do is get a friend to message me and get my address on a different item. If she was smart, that's what she would do.
Well, her friends have seen her go through this before, so they're not going to stick around and watch this. You know what I mean?
What do you think? So if you're her friend, not Carolyn.
She knows that
what's
she's
her-
had troubles buying products from other men,
Okay, so
in
this
the
has happened to
past.
her in the past. Okay.
and now she finally thinks she's found a decent seller.
It is the name of the game. It's a tough game at the end of the day.
Dude, she's got kids.
She's got
You
kids. She
can't
should be
just
more
messing
mature.
You can't be messing around with her when she's got kids like that.
She has kids. She should not be on Marketplace buying items. I think that I should go to Docs with that. She'd be like, this woman's trying to buy a cabinet for $20.
Right.
I don't think people should be able to have kids unless they have $1 million in the bank. That's how I feel.
Yeah, but
Again, I
that's
think
not
we've
reality.
talked about it. I don't know. I think it should be. There's too
You're
many people in the
letting your
world.
that's,
Only rich people can
you're
have
letting your
kids.
personal politics dictate what this woman should do.
Anyone who's willing to buy this $20 thing and
She's
kind
buying
of
a fucking dress up for $20.
yes, she shouldn't be doing that if she has kids. She should be in a better place financially.
That's a crazy story.
And I'm scared now. And even today, a person messaged me, and I gave them my address, and they kind of just didn't come back to me. And I was thinking, this is Carolyn's, or not Carolyn, or whatever her name is friend. She's used her friend's account to message me and get my address. And she's going to come there, and she's going to confront me.
Be like, she's...
I've been
through a lot.
paranoid. I've been paranoid. I'm thinking, anyone who's messaging me now, I'm like, oh, it's her. It's Christine's friend. She's using a different account.
This is a great bit.
It's a
This is for the show.
Do you know what it is? I was literally thinking about carrying a box cutter. Because if she comes down, and I was thinking,
You're a psycho.
I thought she would do
This is
something
so-
erratic.
This is so
I
fun.
was like, she's probably going to come with her husband or something like that. And she'd be like, that's the guy.
Yeah.
And then he'll try to threaten me or something. But I have a feeling, because I was playing it all through, and it's like, I'll show them my phone. And I would show them the person who I sold it to. And that would be proof that it wasn't $50 and they were just doing it for $20.
2 screenshots. Just crop out your address.
I thought about doing that, and knowing how crazy this person is, I thought she would say, I believe this is photoshopped.
You're driving them insane.
I don't know.
You were the
don't
straw
know.
that broke the
They're
camel's
crazy. Anyone who's willing to comment that and then ask, send screenshot. I find that hard to believe. That's a maniac. That's an absolute maniac. And I thought it, because I was ready to do it, and I was like, wait, no, I'm not going to do this for this person. I don't care what they think. I told them what the truth was. And it's up to them to be like, oh, am I a liar?
That's a real trick. We're going to need to get some feedback from our fans, all right?
I know.
message us on IG.
Yes.
And let us know what Karim should do in this instance. Moving forward.
I've been messed over probably by 20 people on this app.
You think you're in the right?
Yeah. I've been messed over by people who were like, yeah, I'm coming, and then they just don't turn up. They're, oh, sorry, something else came up. And I would just type, all good. Always. That's all I type, all good. Even though I'm literally been put out, even though they've ruined my night, I'm not going to let them know that.
They've organised.
I'm not a maniac.
This person's organised babysitters so they can get to Castle Cove.
No, they haven't done anything.
They have.
She hasn't done a thing. She's thinking, oh, this is a nice little thing for $20. Can I please buy it? And then 45 minutes later, I say, oh, sorry.
You know what's more concerning if they're pissed off and they haven't reported you?
I thought they would report my account.
That's the best. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm really ping-ponging back and forth between whether she's in the right or wrong.
I don't know if there's any ping pong to be done.
I'm ping-ponging.
I don't know.
I'm ping-ponging, Jerry. What ping pong?
What ping pong? There's no ping pong to be had.
Ping-ponging, Jerry.
Ping pong, Jerry. The Kramer comes in. Yeah, she's in the right. What? And like me and Elaine are like, you're crazy. She's a maniac. She should be locked up and have her kids taken from her. I know.
Well, I don't know, Jerry. You didn't tell me she said that.
Jerry, you didn't tell me she said that. What's wrong with you? And she does like the kid. He's like, hey, what do you want me to do?
Kramer walks in and he's like, I just said something really bad on stage. That's pretty crazy.
That was gold.
Wow. Yeah, something pretty crazy happened to me as well.
Okay,
actually.
we're ping-ponging back and forth here. Let's do it.
Yeah, so I'm at a gig on the weekend with Amy, and I see Carolyn drinking from a water bottle. I walk up, and I say, oh, hey. I say, what are you doing? And she turns around, and it was Carolyn. I died. I lost my vision, and then I died. So, yeah, there's one thing.
Okay, I also had I go up to a girl and I say, what are you doing? It's a 16-year-old girl. And she says, not again. There we go.
I said, I'm just using the bathroom. And you're like, all right, well, don't be there too long. You're using up all my hot water.
I've got it. So I'm at this gig with Amy. Yeah. I see a girl. I go up to say, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, this is the women's bathroom. And I say, yeah, I'm trans. And then Jackson says, I'm going to call the Jackson. Yeah, I don't even know.
What about that as a meme? Just Kramer bursting into women's bathrooms.
Hey!
Did you look into that Benny's thing that I showed you?
No, I didn't.
That's interesting.
I didn't.
Here, I got some of it up here. This is an interesting one.
We're looking at Gangster Spongebob, which is great.
So there's a... Oh, what's this? There's this meme. No. There's a band from Melbourne, I think, called the Bennies. They're pretty cool. They kind of play like ska music, I guess. It's kind of like punk. I don't know.
When they take benzo Diana things, they're addicted to benzo.
So the singer,
benzos.
I know that he's recently launched a solo career as well, which is interesting.
What's that? Where he's kind of
drinking solo.
So I'm going solo. Imagine just that Justin Timberlake, just like, yeah, I'm leaving NSYNC, I'm going solo, and he just starts drinking solo at home, and everyone's
he's like, I'm going solo, and he's just like pouring solo all over himself.
If Jessie Nelson from Little Mix just poured solo all over herself, it would be a better move than her solo career right now.
That's a good take.
That's a good little take.
Yeah. So his name is Auntie Horgan.
Auntie Horgan.
And he was playing at an anti-vaccine mandate protest over the weekend. And
did he write the way he spells his name, anti-vaxxer? He could say that. I'm an anti-vaxxer. Yes.
That's great. So he was opening for One Nation Senator Pauline Hanson.
Okay.
He did an opening set for Pauline Hanson, right?
How about Pauline Hanson? And she didn't do well in Australian Idol, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it's because Australia's racist. They didn't want Pauline to win." I don't even know. There's something there.
Yeah, it was promoted beforehand.
What about Paul? What's her name? Pauline Hanson. I can't even remember. I don't really remembering the name I gave her. Pauline Hanson.
Yeah.
And she's Chris Hansen. And she's like, take a seat over there, please.
Who's Chris
What are you
Hansen?
doing with that girl?
Who's Chris Hansen?
From To Catch a Predator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's like, what are you doing here tonight? You better not be with any Muslims. You better take that bloody towel off your head.
So...
Anyway, that's
Yeah.
Pauline Hanson.
So, yeah, the guy from the Bennies played before Pauline Hanson at this thing.
Yeah.
Pauline said, this is a quote, I said to Prime Minister Scott Morrison last week when I had a half-hour conversation with him on the phone, he said, your bill doesn't comply with the Constitution. I said, well, go out and bloody change it. So it does. So everyone in the audience is there at this anti-vaxxing thing frothing over.
And they're performing.
Just the front man, yeah.
Okay, and he's like, yeah, I'm a big anti-vaxxer. I'm in this band, I know, and all the artists should kind of be taking the vaccine, but I'm not.
So he says, well, Hogan, who has said he's fully vaccinated, acknowledges his attendance at the rally on social media, explaining that he went to see what people had to say about it. Great defense.
Okay.
That's a great defense.
Yeah.
I'm unhappy about a lot of the laws government is forcing upon everyone at the moment. I was trying to keep an open mind. I didn't think me attending aligned myself with being a racist or a Nazi. I'm so far from these thoughts. I hope anyone that has ever spoken to me understands this. It feels so surreal to be writing this. Like, I'm just so out of my depth and confused and overwhelmed. I guess I don't understand the magnitude of attending the rally. I'm really sorry if I upset anyone.
Well, sorry, he had a chance. He's a Nazi. So if he attended that, he's a Nazi now.
Then he says...
That's how it works.
My friends asked me to play before him because I thought he was there to speak about how the new laws making it impossible for his bar to run effectively. So it hits home. That's why he's there.
And but because the new laws are saying you have to have Jewish people in your bars. And he's like, I just don't want to have them. And I'm like, yeah, my mate, he has the right to say who he does and doesn't want in his bars. That's all. That's also what he added on in the end, which people don't really talk about.
Saying it was a spur of the moment thing and I didn't really understand the magnitude of my actions and that it would impact my bandmates, so I didn't feel the need to tell them.
Oh, so he did it behind their back.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing to say to kind of cover your tracks in terms of ruining your friends' careers. Or
I would
whatever.
love the idea that all the other bandmates are literally there, just attending.
They're like, hey, it's Auntie.
Hey. No, I'm vaxxed, but I'm an anti-vaxxer because it's like a pun with my name.
He says, in performing at the rally, Pauline Hanson spoke at I have aligned myself with racism. I am truly and deeply sorry for this. So I understand. I mean,
so he's backtracking quite a bit.
Well, that's the thing. I empathize with the fact that he's saying, no, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to be open-minded about it and whatever and have this person talk.
Is he going to be open-minded, eh?
Oh, no. Yeah, so I guess I respect the fact that he's going like, I'm going to check out this thing and blah, 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 blah. But there's a level of it that seems disingenuous to me where he's kind of like, oh, I'm going to do this until it impacts. I guess the difference is people are writing to him and being like, hey, man, did you realize da-da-da-da-da?
Hey, do you know you're at a Nazi rally?
But he knows where he is. Do you know what I mean?
He knows exactly where he is.
Unless he's really misinformed about the whole thing.
Mm. What about a guy going to a Nazi rally just to check it out? And he's like, I just want to see what all this fuss is about. I don't know. I'm just here.
Well, he's like, I'm going to go to this. I don't know. It seems very interesting to me. I guess it's kind of the symptom of being in Australia where there's kind of one main outlet, which is like Triple J, for instance. And the Bennies have got a lot of love for Triple J. It's like, how do I detach myself from that now?
Because you can't be an anti-vaxxer and, I guess, have like a career as a as an artist, unless you're basically like you devote the rest of your life to being right wing and pro Trump.
Well, the thing is, he could have done something very progressive and being like, "No, I am here to hear it out." Well, he has said that, so I do have to respect
he said
that
he's just
part of it.
here. I want to see what it's all about. I'm not a Nazi.
There's just something about it that's kind of like there's this weird undertone, and I mean, I like these guys. I like the music and everything.
You like a lot of guys, don't you?
Yeah,
Just
good
barely even makes sense. Does it?
I was so on a train of thought when you said, I was just like, yeah.
I like these guys. I like those guys.
Really, I mean, he's saying I'm apologizing for this thing that I did that I found out later was wrong. I guess he's admitting fault. And what else? I understand that all the shit is it's coming from a white privileged male. That shit kind of... It's so funny because there's this balance between me agreeing with it, but everything being so distorted now that it's hard to know the reason behind why people are doing this shit.
Because I guess he's trying to plead his case. He's gonna be like, yeah, basically what I want to say is I should be able to go to this without being judged. But he's having to dance around saying that. He's wanting to say, yeah, I can go to this thing. I should be free to be able to have viewpoints that are different to others.
I think
But he doesn't want to say that exactly. He's like, yes, I'm coming from my white privilege. I'm not a Nazi. I'm not da-da-da-da-da. I just want to see what this side has to say about this one issue that I kind of have like an idea in my head that maybe this mandatory vaccines is a bit interesting. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
I think you just hit the nail on the head. It's just like he wants to...
But you can't say that. And if he just literally went out there and was a little bit more straightforward to be like, hey, I just wanted to see what it was about. I kind of have been siding with this. I question the vaccine. But you can't say that because you basically get lumped into... Even when I saw the anti-vax protests,
yes,
I saw like probably 10 people wearing MAGA hats.
Yeah, apparently.
And I was kind of like, what does that even mean?
Like Antifa merch and shit getting sold there. People were just like selling that shit. So I understand.
Wait, Antifa merch?
Yeah.
Why Antifa merch?
Or QAnon. Actually.
Oh, QAnon merch.
My bad.
Yeah, that's all good. Wow. It's so funny because it's like, why people who would wear a MAGA hat to something like this is basically trying to say, hey, I fall on one side with every single issue, just to let you guys know. I also like Trump. I'm also pro Kyle Rittenhouse. I also don't like Black Lives Matter.
I'm gonna go there. This guy's like, I'm gonna go to, because he's not. There's no, unless I'm mistaken. And again, I do like these guys. I'm not trying to fucking talk.
Jackson's also an anti-vaxxer a little bit. So. just between us. Just between us.
Between friends.
Yeah, just between friends here.
Yeah, no.
You question the vaccine a little bit.
Well, I do like these guys ever since I found out that they were anti-vax. No. I do like these guys. Like, I like their music and everything, and it's...
And their political stances towards the vaccine.
No.
Jackson keeps winking at me right now, and he's saying, don't talk about this on pod. We'll have a conversation off air.
Yeah, unless I'm mistaken, he doesn't say he was unaware kind of going into it. He does say, it was made really obvious to me this morning I've upset a large portion of people. And that's where the problem is. It's been made apparent to me that I've upset people. Yes. It's not... it's been made apparent to me that I've done something really...
he still believes... He's probably stated his case quite well. Because he's like... He would have gotten the response. Yeah. Everyone's saying, hey, you were at that thing where everyone was wearing MAGA hats. And Pauline Hanson was there.
What's the deal with that?
And there was just a guy in blackface for some weird reason.
Yeah.
Do you agree with all those other things? Because we don't really... We want to know because we're going to stop listening to you if you are. But I think for most people, they're willing to stop listening to their favourite artists if they're anti-vax.
Yeah.
Not even anti-vax, anti the COVID vax. This is why I always hate the idea of this new herd of anti-vaxxers because they haven't been there for the last 10 years. They'll take any other vaccine that's given to them, but for some weird reason, they won't take this one.
Right.
Again, and I can't support that because it's like, at least stand for something proper. If you've taken a vaccine in the last 5 years, you shouldn't be at this rally because you're just being silly and just doing it for attention. If you are a big anti-vaxxer and live in Byron Bay and haven't had like a water birth, haven't had your kids vaccinated for anything because you think they're going to become autistic or become podcasters,
then you're just jumping on a...
Yeah, anyone else is jumping on a bandwagon.
This guy, well...
And I want to know if this guy's taken a vaccine. Like, did he take a flu vaccine 2 years ago?
This guy?
Yeah.
He's fully vaccinated.
Oh, okay. So he's fully vaccinated.
He's fully vaccinated.
Right.
His problem with the thing was he had a friend whose bar had to shut down because of the restrictions.
Oh, because of the restrictions. Okay.
And that's kind of, yeah.
Because again, there's so many kind of areas within this anti-vax movement. Because you've got people who are saying, no, it's dangerous. And then you've got people saying the idea of enforcing vaccines is wrong. And there's so many different kind of places someone can stand within this area.
Yeah, and he's kind of gone to this thing. I don't know how he couldn't have knowledge about who's on the bill and everything like that. Unless he's really just cruising. But it's kind of like, I'm going to go to this thing to get more informed.
And then the guy,
and then everyone's like,
who's on the bill, and he has to like name off all the characters from the British TV show The Bill.
they're like,
and he's like,
I'm going to go to this thing to get more informed. And then he's like, oh, sorry guys, I was misinformed about this thing.
Right.
So it's kind of, I don't know. There's just a level of confusion or something. It's a...
Wait, so what's his takeaway? I don't even know if I kind of...
He said, please don't take the stupidity of my decisions to perform at this event out on other members of the Bennies. I had no idea, and it was solely my action. So I guess maybe a lot of people are coming at different members of the Bennies and saying, hey, this guy did da-da-da-da-da. It's adhering to a... So he makes a decision to do this thing. People are saying, hey, why is he doing blah, 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 blah?
Yeah.
Very similar to the woman, like, asking for your thing.
Yes.
Feeling entitled to the reason. And
it's tell me the reason.
It's kind of made apparent that he's really trying to protect his bandmates because they're getting attacked
completely
in this situation.
He's like, yeah, I might be a Nazi, but they definitely are not Nazis. I just want to let you know
I might be. I'm ignorant. I'm ignorant to it.
What? They got some good points. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted to see what it's all about. My bandmates, however, are not Nazis. Let me just say they are not Nazis. The rest of my band members. Me, on the other hand, hey, I don't know.
He does say, I hope you can believe how sincere my intentions are. I mean, yeah,
I wish he does like a video next, responding to a comment. Someone says, oh, if you're actually sincere, you would do 100 push-ups. And then he just records himself doing 100 push-ups on the next slide. That'd be good. And just really giving into the fans.
That's funny because
do like, anything.
Yeah, how far do you have to repent? Like,
yeah, have sex with a guy on camera.
Yeah,
and he just is doing it like crying.
Yeah,
he's like, I didn't know. It's how remorseful I am.
Yeah, So you go to this thing and you're like, wow, there's a lot of MAGA hats.
Yes.
And they're like, 15 minutes till you're on, man. And he's like, oh, okay, let me just check over my lyrics one more time before I go up.
Yeah.
He's like, man, there are a lot of people kind of saying a lot of racial slurs that don't belong to that group. And he's like, oh, man, I better check my backing tracks.
It's like, that guy, I don't think that guy is in blackface, is he? No, I don't think he is. I think it might be some sort of paint. Anyway, how long are we? 3 minutes? Yeah, let me just quickly go over. It's all looking good.
Maybe you fell on a
where's that guy?
Paint sign.
Yeah, wait, that's not a swastika, is it? No, that's not a swastika.
Oh, then I forgot to put my contacts in this morning. He gets off stage and he's like, oh, that's right, I did put them in.
That guy isn't. That's not a photo of the. Actually, that guy doesn't have the Israeli flag and on fire, does he? No, it's not. Anyway,
yeah, it's just interesting, and then the amount of. I forget what.
What do pedestrians say about it? I want to have a segment that says what would pedestrian do. I want to hear their stance because they're usually very not really biased or anything like that. They like to have a pretty open mind when it comes to certain issues.
Look at him.
Okay,
he's a hippie guy. He's got like a picture of Bob Marley behind him.
Bob Marley. But then he's got a thing saying, "I only like Bob Marley because he's half white." I thought that was a pretty weird caption, but okay. Let me get close. Let's read over. What's he talking about here?
It's the same thing. But...
The same thing. Anti. It's very funny that he went to an anti-vax rally and his name's Anti Horton. Yeah, that's forever going to be a thing. And they're calling it One Nation. Why has no one said
anti-vax Horton? That would be so good.
That would be so... If he just changed his username to that, like his Instagram name to that, he would be amazing. He would also get a bigger audience.
Yeah.
So he's opening at this. He would have known that Pauline Hanson was there. That's probably
there is some footage.
Oh, here we go. Okay, here he is. They're all dancing. Very interesting gig to perform at. Okay, it's looking like a little bit of fun there.
Freedom. There's people holding signs saying "My body, my choice," stuff like that. I'm not a racist or a Nazi. In fact, I condemn. And this is anti speaking, not me.
Anti. Okay. Yeah, because that's just not true.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Cause
it's a tricky one. I guess he knew it, and you get to at the end of the day, is he allowed to take a stance or have things that he kind of agrees with? Is he should be allowed to go to this rally and no one say anything and be like, oh, okay, yeah, what's this? What he believes. Or he's kind of dabbling in this area. That's all it is. But I feel a lot of people, again, stay to one side, and that when they see someone kind of taking a different stance on an issue, they say, no, you're going to... It's almost like we need to save him because he's going to go down that rabbit hole.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think that's the perspective of the fans.
And maybe the fans as well. They've got that Benny shirt on.
Yeah. And they're like, I bought this shirt for $50 or something, or $30 at a show. I want to still be able to wear this for a few more years without people associating it with me being an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if he just came out with...
What I went through to get this shirt, originally a guy was selling it on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay. There we go.
NXYZ.
There we go. Anyway, he should be able to do whatever he wants in a perfect world.
What about killing yourself on Facebook Marketplace?
Give me $200 or else I'm going to end my life. Someone makes an offer and then I say, okay, sounds good.
That might be my favorite episode of the podcast, to be honest.
What? Oh, the Facebook Live. Facebook Live. That was a good one. Oh, speaking of Facebook Live, dang, that's right. You got me down a rabbit hole talking about that most disturbed person on the planet last episode.
Yeah, because you was saying...
I had no idea what it was. Yeah. I looked it up and it's in this... It's so close to kind of like dark web. There's like subreddits for Mondo Core or something like that.
Okay.
And I find it so fascinating.
That's another...
Mondo Carne?
What? Yeah. Yes. It's like French or something like that.
Yeah, I looked that up. And I got into kind of that whole idea of shocking videos. Again,
Did you look at any?
I started watching the Mondo Carne trailer on YouTube.
Yes.
I had to turn it off.
Do you want to watch it now?
I don't want to watch it.
Let's do it.
I actually don't want to watch it. I'm not even joking. I don't lie. I don't want to watch it.
We're going to do it.
I don't want to. No, it's not even a funny bit. It's just not It's not a funny bit. I actually don't want to watch it. It's animal torture. I don't want to watch that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I literally say, like, there's one thing of people hurting themselves, but when it's just someone torturing an animal, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm all for someone killing themselves on Facebook Live.
Is that it?
Oh dang, it's scary. I can feel it. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to.
Let's see how long we can
I
last.
can't. I'm literally.
There's gonna be no sound. Oh no! Oh no!
Okay,
Oh, no,
yeah, I
no.
can't. I'm literally closing my eyes. Jackson's gonna watch. I can't.
We've got
do
a
it.
turtle. We've got
Goodness
some other
gracious.
weird fish.
Okay, it'll describe it for the people. I can't watch it personally.
How long before I'm gonna need to?
Yeah, I want to go. Yeah,
What's
let's
this?
see how you go.
Guy eating caviar or something.
Is that Mondo? I think there was a fish. There was a scene with a fish, and that's when I tapped out.
Is this it?
No, that's not it. No, it's an old-fashioned one. Maybe go. Oh yeah, what? That's it.
Oh no.
From the 80s.
Oh no.
That's the
that
one.
was just a regular movie.
You're just watching it. Okay, here we go. Bam.
Right.
Okay, I'm not watching now, but Jackson's in Mondo Carne
We've started.
trailer.
We're at the anti-vax rally.
We're seeing anti.
There's some people. Guy with a blue face paint.
There's a guy seeing Pauline Hanson, and he's like, "Hey, Pauline." It's the frontman for the Benny saying, "Hey, Pauline."
Oh, are you sure this is it?
Yeah, that's definitely it. Again, it takes a while to get into.
No, this isn't it. This is the same one.
Oh. Mondo Carne English trailer. Dang, where'd it go?
Yeah, that was the same one.
That was the same one? Okay, let's see. Go back again. It's kind of good that Jackson can't find it because I don't even know if I need to see it again. One? I don't know anymore. Oh, actually, I'm gonna look on my YouTube to make sure you're looking at the right one.
Yeah.
Because it'll say Mondo Carne. It's for anyone interested. It's oh dang, they've got the full movie up here. Okay. Why can't I find? Maybe it got taken off. Mondo Carne is like you were saying last week. It's meant to be stuff that the people in the Western world will find disturbing. That's like the whole goal of it.
Oh no, I think this is it.
I don't know. It didn't look that bad on the...
Oh, no.
Oh, here it is. Bam, it's from the 60s. 1962 Mondo Carne official trailer 1 for anyone that wants to watch it. It goes for a minute.
Oh, it is that one.
Did you watch it? This is the right one? 62? No, that's not it. Type in at the top Mondo Carne. And then type in 1962.
Mondo
Carne.
Trailer
1962. And trailer 1, Sinner is. Okay, he'll find it here. Where is it? Yeah, it's the second one there. Bam, that's it. There we go.
Alright.
Give that a watch.
How long do you reckon you got through it before you had to turn it?
Maybe 20 seconds?
Jesus.
Okay, again,
Alright.
Jackson's doing a watch. I'm looking away because I know how far I could get. I'm very curious to see how far you go as well. Because it's like, it's not even...
Detach.
It's so subtle. I think...
People fighting. Also, I don't have the audio on here, if that makes a difference.
Yeah, he doesn't have the audio. It's not even about the audio. I think it's a very visual...
Oh...
Yeah, he's going all right.
I don't know if this is it either. This is kind of... Oh my god.
You might be all right.
They just macheted a bull.
Yeah, I think... Oh, actually, no. No, that's it. Trailer 1.
What the heck?
No, that's not even the trailer. That's not even the right one. Dang.
Alright, anyway.
Anyway, folks. But yeah, I find it so fascinating.
You know what? That's almost... Just the fear I had even clicking on that first movie.
Yes.
That wasn't even it. That's almost all you need.
Yeah, like, that little bit of fear, that excitement of like, oh, this is kind of wrong. This is kind of scary. Because again, Hereditary, all these horror movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Saw. You know what it's going to be. It's all within the realm of your own understanding. And like usually the shocking part when, let's say, a guy does have to chop his own arm off. You're like, oh, yeah. It's a movie at the end of the day. You can also detach yourself. But I think when it becomes that real life,
When it has that rawness to it.
Yeah, Mondo Gore. The subreddit Mondo Gore is a good one just for people to kind of wrap their heads around.
So you probably went down more of a rabbit hole because I didn't see anything.
Oh wait, were you talking about did you talk about the iceberg?
Yes.
The Mondo Core iceberg? Oh, actually, no, not the Mondo Core.
I don't know, something.
There wasn't, yeah.
Gore, something like that.
And I think I know at the top they had some good ones I can't even remember. They had funny games that was on it.
And you just looked up a bunch of these trailers or kind of...
Yeah, I kind of looked... Oh, the most disturbed person on the planet. I started looking into that.
Yeah.
And then I went to what's it called? Letterboxd, which is like the film reviews, and looked up all the reviews for most disturbed person on the planet. I also watched a reaction video of some people reacting to it.
Yeah.
It's Australian people as well. They kept saying,
nice.
no, don't do it, no. But yeah, there were people reacting to it. And then I found on Letterboxd a link to a guy writing out every single thing that's in it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because I can't watch a lot of that stuff. Like even most of it's scat porn and like vomiting porn and stuff like that.
Right.
And I know I can't watch Two Girls, One Cup.
I have to.
Yeah, I have to because I don't want to look at... I've forgotten her name, so this bit isn't going to work, everyone. Carolyn? So yeah, apparently there's a new most disturbed person on the planet and it's just a photo of Carolyn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found and going down this rabbit hole, looking up every single video that's on that list. And I think it's like people cutting their penises off and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
I could probably do that. I just can't do scat porn. I find that just disgusting.
Yeah.
Because I've got such a weak stomach, I know I'm not good for a lot of those things.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I find it fascinating. And then like in this iceberg I looked up, someone was commenting and be like, oh, this is a good iceberg, not like some of the other ones, which is just footage from the dark web.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because you go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And then you realize, and then when you kind of start getting intrigued enough, you start being like, dang, what is on the dark web?
I know what you mean.
Do you know? And you get to that point where it's like, I can see how someone can go down there.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the whole thing. I mean, last week I think I said it, but like, is that a disturbed person or is that like a really interested person?
I know what you mean. I was looking up all the reviews for most disturbed person on the planet.
Yeah.
So many people would write their review to be like, hey, I'm into this stuff. I found it a bad movie because it's generic. I'd seen most of the things before.
Right.
I kept on seeing that pop up again and again and again. To be like, yeah, I'm into this. I'm into watching...
something with a... Not necessarily even like a narrative like that.
Yeah.
But just something that kind of is a work of art. These people can kind of tell them apart. It's kind of like if you went into punk music and you heard this song and you're like, who's this? The Bennies. And then you heard another punk song and you're like, who's this? The Bennies.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, they were both
Hitler
neo-Nazi
speech. That
bands.
was actually just a Hitler speech. That wasn't the Bennies.
But yeah, if you're actually into it like that, I mean...
But yeah, and then you see people who are like, yeah, no, I go on Live Leak. Like, again, I've never... Maybe when I was in year 9 and like an early teenager, I may have...
Yeah.
If I'm at school with friends, I would want to go on something like Live Leak and watch people die.
Yeah, 100%.
But as soon as you get older and you kind of understand what that actually is, you start to think, yeah, that's just... I don't want to have anything to do with that. I know my limit now. I know... Because I know what that means. And it's not something I'm really interested in.
Yes.
But then I'm in this period where it's like, I could see it written down. I could read about it. But I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I find it interesting, but I'm still not willing to...
live in it.
Yeah, I'm not willing to live in it. Because people would say on most disturbed person on the planet, it's like, hey, I got through 30 seconds and it ruined my night. Do you know what I mean? And it literally, and then when I watched that Mondo Carne trailer, I was like, oh, dang, it hasn't ruined my night, but it really kind of...
How good was Facebook Live?
Oh, my gosh.
That honestly is
That was
amazing.
A fine video, though. That wasn't too bad compared to everything else on.
No, me and Big were fucking...
I don't know why. What was the... Because I could watch that easily.
It's so dark and confronting. It's just, that's real. Someone literally did that.
I don't know.
That's a really good point, what you're saying right now, though. Like, you're like, why? That doesn't annoy me. Like, it doesn't bother me like that.
It didn't do too much for me. I was a bit shocking at first, but I would rather watch that than someone torture an animal.
But yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And I think...
Like, torturing an animal, I'll just be like, yeah, no, I can't watch this, sorry.
You said before, like, doing that and what that would mean.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And then, for me, that is just too far. I don't want to take my conscious level there, where I have to think about that too often. The fact that is, and then what the Mondo Carne or whatever the trailer that you watched.
Yes,
that whole film is talking about those themes that are there to kind of confront you. And I don't need that in my consciousness.
Of course,
right? The same way I don't need. Yeah,
because I guess it's even the idea of like halal food.
Right.
When it's like, I'm all for going to a kebab shop.
Yes.
And having like halal meat.
Yeah.
And I think most average people would. But if they actually saw a cow bleeding out in real life, it's kind of like the PETA thing. Maybe, I guess that's what PETA do, don't they? And
but it's more
they show those images in the middle of the street. Some people just show a photo of Carolyn in the middle of the street and be like, hey, if you eat meat, I'm going to keep showing you this woman.
There are a couple levels to it as well. It's like, there are things that you want to do and this person does, and then you exchange. It's like an economy.
Yeah.
And then there's also that level where it's like an economy of thought or something like that, where it's just like, no, I don't need that product. You know what I mean? I don't need to
make a cow bleed out before I kill it.
Yeah, and if you were confronted with that so much, like, I'm sure there's so many people that just couldn't stomach. I know that I couldn't stomach it.
Yeah, of course.
But I still eat meat and whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to think about that. And yeah.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. Most people, I guess maybe if each time you had to eat halal food, you had to watch a cow being killed, you have to look at a photo of a cow.
You have to do 10 push-ups. You have to make an apology letter for performing at One Nationality.
You'd have to go to an anti-vax rally. But yeah.
Man, there was so much more. We're at an hour now. There's so much more I wanted to touch on.
I know, we're right at the end, but there's so many more things I want to... Oh, there's this dude, Snappy Gilmore.
Okay.
That's who I got into. Maybe if you... YouTube Snappy Gilmore. For anyone listening, it's like this kid who has like the Happy Gilmore approach of playing golf, where he's created this new technique. I don't know if it's him specifically. Yeah, this guy. But it was just a very cool find. Here we go. It's crazy.
I mean, he's hitting it hard, but like, what's the...
Yeah, Jackson doesn't like him because he's black. Yeah, I know. I should have warned you about that. Yeah, sorry. Anyone who's a fan of the Bennings as well, I'd probably... That's kind of imagine that's Mondo Carne for people at the anti-vax rally. They have to watch this guy play golf. They're like, turn it off, Fred. Turn it off. He shouldn't be allowed on the golf course.
I did see something terrible this week.
Oh, Ellen, what's she doing here? Oh, here we go.
No, this is
I have seen this.
What do you think? We might bring it home with a bit of this.
We've also got we've got the world news, folks. We can't forget about world news. I know Jackson
Let's
would
do
love
world
to.
News. Let's do world news.
I've seen this though.
I want to start wrapping it up closer to an hour.
Yes.
Moving forward.
No, of course, and I'm busting right here. But everyone, we've got our favorite segment of the week. World News. Okay, as we know for World News, we're going over what's happening. You can come here. A lot of people like to...
5 minutes.
Yeah. 5 minutes, eh? That's going to be the cap. A lot of people like to come just for the World News segment. Just to know what's going on. Okay.
I got a timer going. We got 5 minutes.
Let's quickly go. US and China will dominate the next century in Asia, says Lowy Institute. Because they're dominatrix or something like that. Anyway. Okay, Solomon Islands Prime Minister.
Damn it, that only took 20 seconds.
Solomon Islands Prime Minister
Oh,
survives.
really? The Solomon Islands?
I know, we're back. Yeah, here we go. Survives a vote of no confidence after deadly anti-government riots.
No confidence.
What's
What
he?
were they?
Be in the bedroom with a woman. He's like,
was it me having sex?
is it me going to a Pauline Hanson rally? Anyway. Okay, homes buried under thick volcanic ash as Indonesian rescuers search for survivors of volcanic eruption.
That was just
Thick volcanic ash, volcanic eruption. What's that? The Benny's fans, after they found out he went to that rally. Here we go. Video shows Myanmar army truck running down protesters during a march. I didn't know that Pauline Hanson rally was in Myanmar, and the Benny's fans were driving army trucks. Okay, as Omicron cluster in diplomats and an outbreak at a Steps concert, the variant's timeline is shifting.
What about Omicron? And it's just
okay,
and it's like a COVID variant that just makes you crumb in your pants.
That's all right. That's pretty good. The Steps concert. What's that? Like Stepsisters? I don't even know. Here we go. Wild brawl. French presidential candidate attacked at first campaign rally. Because he said he supported the frontman of the Bennies going to that rally.
We're doing 2.5 minutes next week.
Okay, Pope Francis describes global indifference to refugees as shipwreck of civilization.
It's probably because he's got a girl's name.
There we go. What shipwreck of civilization? What's that? The Benny's fans talking about the rally that the frontman went to. Anyway, folks, we've got a theme for this week. We've got a theme going on for this week. Discrimination. Omicron would not have caused travel bans if it began in Europe, says South African envoy. Would not have caused travel bans if it began in Europe. And the Benny's frontman says, yes, that's true, because they're not dirty like the Africans.
Oh my God.
There we go. Bob Dole, former U.S. Senator and Republican nominee, dies aged 98. I remember Bob Dole. What's he? Can't get a job and he's on the dole or something like that. There we go. How about we call him Bob Centrelink?
Yeah, okay.
How about Bob and Virgin Dole? And he's like, buddy, I died. Okay, speaking of Bobs and Virgins, India's military kills 15 villagers in northeast region, mistaking them for insurgents. Insurgents, by insurgents they mean fans of the Bennies. He's like, buddy, do you listen to the Bennies? And then, anyway, I thought you guys listened to the Bennies, and then they killed them. Okay, here we go. Finders keepers, precious gems returned to climber who found them on Mont Blanc 8 years ago. Precious gems. What's that? He found them 8 years ago.
Can I read some?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's try this. Let's try
it a different way. Here we go. Because I literally just go straight down to each one. I'm not picking and choosing here as well.
Cook Islands reports its first ever case of COVID-19 in the country.
Okay. First ever case of COVID-19. It was probably from an African, says the Benny's frontman. They're not people, also says the Benny's frontman.
Australia receives order to cancel donors of Myanmar citizens' passport.
I think they should cancel boners. For when? Oh, no! Oh, no!
Alright, come on, we got a couple more.
Okay, we got a couple more, folks.
We have concerns. US slams China's hypersonic weapons test. And they have
sex
concerns
with,
because that's actually France's wife. And they have concerns because they're slamming.
I was going to say, yeah, that's actually his wife. You should stop slamming slamming my wife like that.
We couldn't get into Queensland, so we're going to Fiji. Pacific Islanders reopens to travelers.
Okay. Couldn't go to Queensland, so he went to Fiji. Something about people saying there's too many islanders in Queensland. May as well go to Fiji if there's going to be a coconut fest going on in Main Beach.
Debbie and her elderly mother are stranded in Zimbabwe with no path home to Australia.
Okay. Stranded in Zimbabwe. Okay, what's that? Stranded in Zimbabwe. Debbie and her mother. Okay, Debbie and her elderly mother. With no path home. I don't know what it is this week, folks, but it's a little bit harder. It doesn't come easy sometimes. The quickness. Debbie and her elderly mother, and they're looking for. Oh yeah, we're stranded with no path home. I guess we're just gonna have to stay here with all these. Get our groove back. I guess we're forced to keep getting our groove back forever with the Zimbabwe men. I guess we just can't go home. Okay, well, we'll just have to have sex with more Zimbabwe men then. And the weird thing is, Debbie and her elderly mother are stranded in Zimbabwe with no path home to Australia. They've been there for 10 years. This has nothing to do with COVID. It's because
they can't read a map.
Debbie's mother is interested in black men. Anyway, here we go. What is this? The song on the radio. Oh, the song on Radio Australia that changed former Chinese soldier Jian Gu's life.
If only there was a band.
If only there was a band. It was a Benny song, and he's like, oh, I didn't know I could be an anti-vaxxer too. I didn't know supporting Pauline Hanson was okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, a very Benny's themed world news this week. We could have very easily done something about the song Chinese Soldier, something about him. I don't even know. Having a small penis. Anyway, folks.
Maybe we wrap it there, actually. I don't think Yeah, we can have a listen to this.
Okay, here we go. What's this? So this is Drake. Hold on, we're going home with Magic Jordan on Ellen. I'm curious at what you think about this. I know a lot of people slammed it for Drake having bad vocals.